Hey, Paprika here, watching another game from Stedox for a replay review. Stedox, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it. Um, this is his second replay review I've done. Um, Hit me up for this replay review, and he's playing China against Byzantine. He's felt like he played really well and still lost, which is, people have been feeling that against Byzantine. Both these players are Plat 1 we're going to be looking at. I just want to see if we could have done better. So here's the thing. China actually kind of struggles against Byzantine for a few reasons. One, Byzantine, just the mass unit production they can do kind of offsets China's economic bonuses. So China goes 2 TC, and Byzantine can go 1 TC. And if they hit castle, just the amount of units they can produce and the variety of units they can produce makes it kind of hard for China. The way I've seen China win is in a couple ways. One, you can do 2 TC Song into Castle. In Castle, you run Palace Guards everywhere and buy yourself time, and you make a bunch of Nested Bees and try to do like a big Nested Bees push, or go a bunch of Nested Bees, get 3 or 4, and then you rush Imp, get the gate wall gatehouse in front of your farms, and then you get the Palace Guards upgrade, and then you just go for this big Palace Guard, Imp Palace Guards with Nested Bees push. But you literally are setting Palace Guards everywhere in Castle just to slow him down, because his army will be bigger than yours. Two, you do a really big all-in feudal. The problem is that you have to get both your landmarks up for Song, and then you start going in with Jignu, and they can make, longbows, they can make javelin throwers, and that starts to feel bad, even though they're mercenaries. And then, but it could work. I'm sorry about that yawn there. It can work, but you need to, it needs to be tight. Like, you have very little time to get there and win it. And like take advantage of that timing. You could do an all-in with 1 TC and do archers instead of Zugnu. I mean, not 1 TC, I mean 1 landmark, and do like the Imperial Palace and do all in. You can do something crazy like a Barbican Rush on their initial berries, but they just kind of move away, and it costs so much eco on your part to move the villagers down and drop it, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. Or you could do like 2 TC into castle, and then just try to play counters and play smart. But it could be a tough matchup for sure. So let's see what you do. The one thing you do have to watch out for early is if they do some Hippodrome opening and try to be super aggro. The big thing is always the placement of your Barbican. And unfortunately, with how with your mill out here, with your it's not, you kind of have to Barbican here purely to protect your initial food source and protect that wood, which is very important. But and what's nice is you have this back food. Oh, he's on deer super early. When I see that, that almost makes me want to age up and then instant drop a stable and send a horseman out and go break that up. Like, it's almost worth to do that. When I see them be that greedy, it's like, oh, I gotta send something there right now, to stop that. But what's really nice about your spawn is wall here, wall here, wall here. You then have 3 food sources in the back. Put the Barbican kind of here, wall up, and then you have a great base that buys you time to then transition to farms, and then you're pumping. So China's a really big sim on how you set up your base, and already in the start, a lot of sheep. It's nice in the beginning of the game, really identifying what's my walling situation like. Where do I need to put my Barbican? What's my where do I go from here? Please put your sheep on the mill. You basically have decided, oh man, you're slowing your food production so much by doing this. You need sheep on the mill, so you're not doing berries, it's just so slow. And you're basically dedicating this mill to being your starting sheep and then berries once you run out of sheep. Are we doing Song? Because it's really early to go on. But sorry, really need the sheep on the TC. It's really early to go wood. So this feels like you're doing. I really need you to scout what he went. I need you to check his base and see what he went. It's Grand Winery, but like, but I don't know. Like, I think. Okay, you just went fast stable. Just like I suggested. I was like, hey, I think it's kind of worth to go fast stable here. Cool. The second that second horseman comes out, you should be putting the Imperial official back on food. And look, every villager that gathers sheep is going to the TC, and you're no longer getting extra food. So that's literally hundreds of extra food that is going to waste because you don't have them under the mill. And then we need to make, the second you can, get another Imperial official. And now you're honestly getting way too much gold because of the way you're playing this, but because look how much gold you have. You have if you're gonna do something like this, which is I heavily approve this, it's then you need to adjust your macro. So you should have pulled all the villagers off gold onto wood, and then you're rallying your units continuously. You pull all your villagers onto food, and you get that second landmark up ASAP. You don't need any more wood. You don't need any more gold. Like, just purely on food, get the Barbican up, and then decide what to do next. Unless you want to make more horsemen, but I think you accomplished your goal here, which is you're gonna kill 3 vills. Like, that's amazing. That's an amazing opening. You're at 25. He's at 24. That means you missed making villagers at some point. You killed 3 vills, and you're only up by 1, which suggests you missed making vills at some point, and I missed you doing it too, which sucks. But now you're up a villager. If you can get Song, you will slowly gain more and more villagers over him. Now, great rates. Don't leave. Just stay here. Stay here. Stay here. Look, he's already back on the berries. I see this a lot, actually, where people will be like, okay, I raided this, and I'm gonna go over here and raid this over here. It's like, the most important thing for you to just stop is berries. You don't know this, but it's been long enough. He probably has to go to Egypt if he wants it. Just sit on his berries. Don't let him get any more berries. And use this Grand Winery. It's actually much more powerful for you to stay in the spot until he forces you away than for you to come back here and do something back here. He's going double bears, which is interesting. And you're rushing boar. That's good. Are you doing a fast castle? You stopped making vills again. Already I've seen not making vills has been a huge issue for you. Fast castle. Interesting. Once again, sorry, it's just you lost so much food by not having... It's like China lives or dies by these little decisions like this. Because the Imperial Official is such an important macro boost. And such an important eco boost that not having your sheep under the mill was so much lost food. Same as, like, you should have sprung for more Imperial Officials, because an Imperial Official on the boar makes that boar worth so much. And you're missing out. This is a nice timing. I mean, he's also going castle. And the problem is he's made limit to A. And I'm guessing you're going to start dropping barracks. So once again, like, macro decisions. Oh, he went Keshiks. Interesting. In that case, you kind of do want to make stables. I mean, you don't want to make knights just to push the Keshiks away. But we really could have... since you had the villagers on boar, you honestly only needed like 10 on food, and all of them could have been on wood on the age up to get these barracks down. The second you age up, so you can start making palace guards. Oh, he didn't age up. He put all of his resources into units. Well, that's really good for you. It's really good for you, man. So far, this has been played well. We need an Imperial Official on that barracks. Okay, so once again, these things about China make you win or lose. 1, we need 4 Imperial Officials as soon as possible. So you can be getting extra wood, you can be getting extra gold, you can be getting boosts and things like that. 2nd, if you're gonna do this palace guard rush, you really need to drop a blacksmith ASAP and get arrow defense. Twice if you can, because that makes your palace guards way beefier under TC. And once again, that Imperial Official could speed up that arrow defense, give it an Imperial Official on the barracks, and you'll be making these palace guards way faster. Now you are, but you're missing, like, if you're going to use these as your pure raiding unit, you got to get arrow defense on for them, so that they can run all around the TC. But it's all about the timings here, man. Like, if you had dropped the barracks instantly, or dropped it as you're aging up, and then instantly started making palace guards with the Imperial Official, you could already have 4 running at his berries right now, and he has no food. I'd go right now. Go right now. Okay, we start making more Imperial Officials. More barracks. Go now. Go now. We're waiting too long. Dropping the barracks. Get air defense. Dropping the Barbican. Love it. Oh, now he's pushing you. Okay. Okay, so here's the problem. These two Keshiks, while they're veteran, though they're feudal Keshiks, will still do okay against Palace Guards. And you have any of your upgrades. At this point, I canceled the Barbican, rotate over to this wood line, and you just keep... And time's on your side, man. Like, just wait it out. Like, what happened instead was you've now officially lost all your Palace Guards, which is your tempo, and you lost villagers, and the Barbican's gonna die, which none of that had to happen. The second I saw these Keshiks, I would have started making knights too, and done a knights, a knight palace barracks, a knight's palace guard combo, because you had the golden wood for it, right? Golden and food for it right now. So you have, because knights would have done really good against these Keshiks. But yeah, don't. This is just bad. Like running the palace guards one by one into the fight here, and you still need to make them out of the barracks. It's just really painful because you're losing them more than you should. Like this is a great trade for him. If you just waited and then attacked after you had a really good mass, you would have wiped it faster, and then you'd been at his base killing his eco. Like that was basically, this was your moment right here. This needed to go well so that you could then go roll and pressure him and then hurt eco and then take it from there. He has stymied your tempo because you attacked too soon. You did not need to take this fight yet, and you're gonna win it, but you didn't need to take that fight yet. That cost you so much, and you still need to make out the other barracks. Please make out the other barracks too. This just shows me you didn't add all your production to a hotkey. So then the second time I build more production, I add it. So I add a 4 here, and I will keep making it. And he's still trying to slow you down. So he's trying to buy his space for castle. And now you back up, which is correct. Palace guards need upgrades so badly. You lost the blacksmith, which sucks. But... oh, man. And not getting wood has really hurt you, too, because you should be making out like you have 5 palace guards queued up. You could have even more queued up. If you had 4 barracks right now, you would be overwhelming him. Like, this hurts so much because this was the timing. You hit it really well. You got to a really good castle. You started massing. Your eco's good. You got to the boar. And all this is really is you didn't drop enough production. You didn't wait in time. And then you didn't attack with mass with upgrades. Which you have the gold right now for upgrades. I don't know if you've ever watched a Gordon Ramsay show, but if something goes wrong that feels like it's really going to be right, he says, shame. That's how I feel right now. Shame. It could have gone way better. And here's the thing. If he keeps making Keshiks are really good for him in this instance, because Keshiks do okay against your palace guards. But all you need is a mass, because he can only make so many Keshiks, right? They're mercenaries, so you can outproduce Keshiks. And now he's dropping his age up. But the thing is, this isn't enough food for him to keep producing. Now, he did bank a lot of food, which sucks. But he's no longer on these berries. Oh, he's on these berries over here. What you needed to do the second you start pushing is check every food source. So you know where they are. They're always going to go to berries. He's not on this deer. He's on this deer. He's probably on these berries. You needed to immediately send palace guards to those berries. And check every food source. Because right now your goal is to make sure he's not on anything. And you really want to restrict food. Oh, it's right there. Oh, you did the classic when you were shift clicking to drop it here. You accidentally clicked on a tree. So now your villagers think they have to gather that tree before they can go make the mill. This is purely just a production issue. Look at your resources. Look at your production. You're still not making out a second barracks. You could be making out of 4, 5, 6 barracks right now and have overwhelming numbers. And if you get all the air defense upgrades and all of the melee attack upgrades, your palace guards are cooking. It's just the issue right now is you don't have enough of them. And you're not actually, like, you need to be hunting villagers. Killing that lumber camp doesn't do anything. He is all his villagers are on gold right now. Like, we need to be hunting villagers. You have to do eco damage. He's still sitting on the farms right now. Even though he has 10 and, like, the second you push the farms, he can't fit all his villagers into that TC. You can just start killing them. He only has space for 15 villagers. But this is where the arrow, the lack of arrow, really hurts. Because this is doing 8 damage a pop. You only have 3 arrow defense. So they're taking 5 damage each time. Okay, you upgrade that twice to 5. Now they're taking 3 damage each time. That's huge, right? Like, they can last way longer under TC with the arrow defense. My main thing is, if I'm going castle, if I'm castle rushing, I'm getting arrow defense as soon as possible. Because that's the difference between me. That's often the difference between me being able to do a lot of eco damage or not. Now, this was good. The second wave. Second wave often does more damage than the first. But man, you never stop to just go, oh shit, I have 200. Now you're dropping farms, which is great. But you still have food. I need 2 more barracks. And you're starting to get these upgrades, which is great, but I need 2 more barracks. You have the map control, you're getting deer, you don't really necessarily need the farms right now. You need units. And now these are castle cash checks, which is a problem. And now he's doing Vangarian Guard. And problem is, once again, this matchup, the Byzantine has so many things going against you. Vangarian Guard kick Palace Guard's ass. Palace Guards have more health, but Vangarian Guards have more damage and more armor. And then he did the contra get Ghulams, and Ghulams are also pretty good against Palace Guards. So it's just it's a double whammy. And at this point the game is over for you because his comp is just way better than yours. You would need to basically drop 3 archer ranges and start pumping crossbows, or make like 3 nested bees. But anyway, you had the window. You played it all the way up to that point where he pushed you, and you not pausing and going, I don't have the massive fight this yet, and he's not going to kill me, so I can just wait. So many times in these games, it's just patience, waiting for the best moment to attack. Because if you attacked with way more Palace Guards, one, swept it, ran, split off the different resources, got your air defense upgrade, and jumped more production, I think you win that. You just shut down his eco. But I hope that was helpful to you. If you're interested in your own replay review or getting coaching, check out my coaching Discord or follow me on Twitch. All in the description below. Good luck on your games.